Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance. Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden and I'm an accountability coach and the author of Get Resultsology, the science of getting stuff done. I work with people who run their own business. No boss, distractions everywhere and never enough hours in the day. Together we cut through the noise, sharpen their focus and follow through on the big ideas that actually moves the needle. That's what I call the momentum formula. Do it today, profit tomorrow, and repeat. So if that sounds like the kind of breakthrough that you've been looking for, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to welcome our guest expert today, Christi Johnson. Christi is a business strategist and the founder of the Dream Biz Lab, where she helps creative and neurodivergent entrepreneurs build joy-driven businesses that work with their brains, not against them. With a background in photography and operations, Christi combines heart and strategy to help her clients grow profitable businesses without burning out. When she's not working with clients, you'll find Christi playing the piano, hanging out with her 25, yes, count them, 25 nieces and nephews, or recording episodes for the Dream Biz podcast. Christi, welcome to Goalbusters.
Thank you so much for having me. When you read that out, it made me sound so famous. I loved it.
You're famous with your 25 nieces and nephews.
That's true.
Anyway, whereabouts in the world are you and your 25 nieces and nephews?
I'm in Greenville, South Carolina in the United States, which is on the East Coast, close to Georgia, in between Georgia and North Carolina.
Oh, fantastic. A lovely part of the world, I believe. Lots very green, I think.
Very green, yes, and hot.
And hot, yes. Yes, and somehow managed to fit the two together. That's quite unusual. But anyway, that's me just waffling on. Should we do the questions instead?
Let's do it.
All right, I'll get the clock up on the screen. And there it goes. Christi, could you tell me, please, who is your ideal client?
Yes, so my ideal client is creative and neurodivergent business owners. I picked the two because their brains are pretty similar. So creative people, that's photographers, graphic designers, artists, makers, and then neurodivergent people, that's anyone with ADHD, autism, or things like that, where they don't learn the typical or traditional ways and like traditional business strategies that are based on consistency and discipline don't really work for them. They have a lot of deficiencies in the dopamine area of the brain. So we need more motivation rather than just be consistent and just be disciplined. So those are the people that I work with.
Oh, that's fascinating in more ways than one for me. But I will move on and ask you the next question, and maybe we'll swing back round to that in a while if we have
Perfect.
time. So you've explained already what are the problems that you begin to solve, but it's a lot more complex than that. So what is the problem that you solve?
The biggest problem that creative and neurodivergent entrepreneurs struggle with is that they're super great with generating ideas. They are brilliant at that. But what really is a problem is the execution. So getting things done, which I'm sure you could help with as an accountability coach, but we get deep into side quests. We really struggle with squirrel brain where we get distracted by things. And
yes, I know that reference.
Yes, absolutely. We might start things and then get bored. So things kind of end up in the idea graveyard, or we might get really excited at the start and then take on more than we actually can and then get burned out and then stuck. So it's kind of like an endless cycle of ideas, excitement, overwhelm, burnout, and then feeling stuck. So I help them get out of that place so that they can determine what ideas they actually want to follow through with, how they can follow through at a sustainable pace that won't lead them to burnout, and really help them find strategies to work with their amazing creative brains and with their natural energetic rhythms and cycles so that their business feels easy and fun instead of overwhelming all the time.
Yeah, fascinating. And once again, I want to follow up with 100 different questions, but I can't. I'm going to ask you this one instead, which is, what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them to solve this problem?
I love this question, and it might not go where you think it's going to go. I think the best thing that you can do is set boundaries. Set boundaries that protect your time, your energy, and your creative rhythms, because this will really help you take control of your schedule so that you actually have that time that you need to work and do what you really want to. So, setting boundaries is kind of vague, so I wanted to give you a little bit more deeper actions if we can within the 7 minutes. The way you can set boundaries to figure out what works with your brain and your natural rhythms is, number one, to pay attention to your energy rhythms. We all have different cycles of energy, whether it's throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month. And if you can just pay attention to when you feel energized and when you feel depleted, that can really help you start to notice what things, what activities bring you energy, and you can figure out how to protect your time to have more of those things in your life. So one of the things that I noticed is that I really need at least once a week where I have no meetings on my calendar, because as a creative person, I need lots of time to piddle around and just do nothing, because that's what helps me to get my creative juices flowing. Like, boredom really fuels me into creativity. So I figured out that when I had meetings constantly, I never had time to do my best work. So pay attention to your energy rhythms, figure out what you need to do your best work, and then from there, set boundaries to protect what you need. And this is going to be in two different areas: your offer and your project scope. So that might look like changing your offer completely if it's not bringing you joy. But really, the main thing is your calendar. So protecting that time that you need to do what you do best.
Fantastic. You really packed it in there. I'm going to be greedy now because now that we have a better understanding of what you do, this sounds a bit disingenuous, because I'm actually saying let's dive into goal busting, focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve business goals, which is exactly what you've just been helping us with. So I'm asking you to share any more. So can you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits, in addition to what you've already said? Because I'm greedy and I'm going to ask.
Yes, absolutely. So, first of all, obviously, set boundaries that protect your time. It's going to give you that time that you need to work on your business goals. And then I think a big problem that we struggle with, all of us, whether you're creative or neurodivergent or not, is time management. So, here's some of my best tips. Number one, get rid of your shoulds and instead tap into a spirit of play. If you can work intuitively and think, what do I want to do? That's going to help you so much. So maybe brain dump. I do that all the time on a piece of paper. And then I say, what do I want to do today? I get so much more done when I can choose what I want to do rather than, oh, I should do this. If I find myself struggling, or if you find yourself struggling with getting motivated, then I have some tools that you can use. Number one, self-care. What do you need? Do you need to get a snack? Do you need to hydrate? Do you need to rest? Number two, choose a fun starting task. If you have a really big list, choose the fun one first. Number three, if you're really struggling, change your environment. Sometimes going to a co-work space, a coffee shop, or taking a walk can really help you to get your task management juices flowing again, where you're more excited to show up for work. And then another strategy that neurodivergent entrepreneurs particularly love is co-working and body doubling. So that's where you get on a call with someone and say, hey, let's work together, or go to a coffee shop with some friends and say, hey, let's get some work done together. So that'd be
Fantastic.
my biggest tips.
They are and they're wonderful tips. What absolutely brilliant. So finally, what should I have asked you today, Christi, that I didn't? And your answer, please.
Well, because I'm a coach, I really want people to feel encouraged and ready to tackle their goals. So I think you could have asked me what I want every creative entrepreneur listening to know. And it's that you're not broken. If you have ever felt like you're bad at business because you can't stick to rigid schedules or force yourself into strategies that drain you, the truth is those systems weren't built with your brain in mind. You don't have to hustle harder. You don't have to keep trying to fix yourself. You really just need a business that is designed to work with your natural capacity, your creativity, and your energy rhythms. Your way is valid, and it's possible to build a business that supports you instead of drains you.
Yes, you can never underestimate the power of good old-fashioned self-acceptance.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. So one final question, and a very important one, is it's a two-parter. How do people reach you? Part A, and part B is there like a valuable free resource they can get from you? Now, I want to stress here, because I was talking about how I was going to swing back around and ask you some more questions, and I'm not able to do that in this format. But actually, you've been so brilliant with your answers and so comprehensive. The only comment I want to make is there was nothing that you shared with us today about getting more productive and good working practices that doesn't work for everybody. Absolutely everybody. And it's lovely that you have the insight into people, creatives and ADHD type people as well. But I just thought, wow, that's amazing. And people really, if you found it as inspirational as I did, please get in touch with Christi, and also please send for her valuable free resource, which she's now about to tell you all about. And so am I. I'm really excited to hear what it is.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for your kind words. And you're absolutely right. It can work for literally anyone who is trying to get stuff done. So I do have a free resource. It is called the Burnout-Proof Your Business Planner and Boundaries Toolkit. So included in this resource, there's a workshop. If you're that kind of person, you like workshops, where I talk about how to start recognizing the signs of burnout and how to actually implement the boundaries that I mentioned that are going to help you. And in there's also a toolkit. So if you're like, workshop, but I don't really want to listen to an hour-and-a-half thing, that's totally fine, because there's a toolkit. So there's a Google Doc with so many ideas for you that you can pick and choose from. It's kind of like a toolbox for you to say, I want this today. I want this today. That will help you start to set boundaries to help you protect your creative time. You can get that free resource, the Burnout Proof Your Business Planner and Boundaries Toolkit, at my website, christijohnsоncreative.com/boundaries.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I think that's been a real masterclass. And if for anybody else listening or watching, some or all of what Christi said resonated for you, please do what I'm going to do, which is listen to it again or read the transcript, because there was so much information in there. And I urge you to do that, because it's all about being more productive. And for the 5, 6, 7 minutes it takes to come up with some really fantastic working practices, like managing your energy levels, understanding your energy levels. That's something that I cover a lot in my book as well. It's so important. And yet it's such a basic thing to do, not having all the and not doing all the shoulds and instead of in the day, and actually just focusing on what's really matters to you. All of that stuff. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Christi, I'm not going to repeat everything you just said. I'm just going to ask people to rewind and listen to it for themselves. Christi Johnson, thank you so much for appearing on Goalbusters today.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so delightful.
It was a pleasure and lovely to meet you. And thank you once again. And remember, everybody, keep goal busting and make your future self proud. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.